I'm so glad to have you here, friend. Welcome to my channel. We're making jollof rice today. This is party jollof rice, or a jollof rice that you make for festive season, for festive days, or for when you really have to give yourself or your family a good treat of jollof rice. Here you have tomato, red bell pepper, onions, garlic, and pepper that I'll blend as base for this jollof rice. This pepper is not the typical red bell peppers. This pepper is a bit light-skinned. It's close to what Nigerians call tatashi, but you could use any red bell pepper that is available to you. It will still come out good, okay? First and foremost, you need to have this blended and place it in the pot and boil it on low heat until the water content has reduced. It will come up to like tomato sauce, so that reduces your cooking time. Do not pre-cook your scotch bonnet or habanero peppers. Include it after you have boiled your tomatoes, okay? That makes the flavor come out perfect in your rice. For that perfect smoky jollof rice, I like to roast my vegetables. Like I said before, see how thin or light this species of bell pepper, looks like. You can see how light it is. It tastes amazing. Remember to cut open the top of the garlic so that it could roast well. If you leave it just in the skin, you wouldn't have that perfect roasted flavors that comes from garlic, okay? Expose it, then spray with oil. Remember to spray all the vegetables before putting it in the oven, okay? The oil helps it to roast fry, if there's a word like that. It gives it a certain flavors that you don't get if you don't spray with oil. There is something that happens when you spray with oil and grill or roast compared to when you just stick whatever it is you're roasting like that in the oven. The oil gives a better flavor when it roasts, okay? Believe me, I have tried it. See how gorgeous our roasted peppers, garlic, and onions is reporting. This took all of 40 minutes, guys, to achieve this. It's time for us to have this blended. Roasting your vegetables is not a waste of time. It upgrades the flavor of your smoky jollof rice. Even if it's an hour, it is worth the effort, okay? Notice when I'm adding the fresh peppers, I did not roast it. If you roast your peppers, it comes out with some bitterness. So I have tried it too, so that you don't need to try that, okay? So just add it when you're about to blend. You have to get out your garlic when it's still hot. If you let it get cold, it will be a bit sticky to the skin. So just press it. It comes out as easy as you're seeing me do it. For purpose of multitasking, so that everything will be ready at the same time, I marinated this chicken thigh overnight in the fridge. So I quickly put it in the oven to grill while I cook. Look at the consistency of the blended pepper tomato mix. It is not too liquidy because, of course, the fact that we roasted it. This is the tomato paste I shall be using for this jollof rice. Make use of any good tomato paste that have no additives. Tomato paste basically should have citric acid for preservation and a little salt. Don't use tomato paste that have a lot of fillers. It will affect the taste of your jollof rice, okay? At this time, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers for always coming to watch my video. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you also if you're stopping by at my channel for the first time. I appreciate you for being here. I hope you go further and subscribe if you find value from this video. Thank you. Stainless steel pot is your best bet in making jollof rice. You don't want to make use of a non-stick pot for this recipe. This is because the base of your jollof rice basically needs to burn. And if you use a non-stick pot, you will not achieve this very easy, okay? I like to make use of groundnut oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil for my jollof rice. Sometimes I also make use of sunflower oil, depending on what is available to me. So I also like to fry my onions for close to 10 minutes on low so that the onions will soften and release the sweetness to the oil. This is what my onions looks like after 11 minutes. I add the tomato paste at this time and I fry until the classic taste of tomato paste is fried off. This is how the oil looks after I have fried for a couple of minutes, right? And this is how the tomato should look. You can see that the tomato is separated from the oil. It has fried really well. At this time, I add the roasted bell peppers, onions, and tomato blend. You need to combine this very well and stir so that it will fry very well, okay? To reduce the splattering of this mixture, cover with a splatter guard. That's what you need. You don't need to use your pot cover at this time, because if you do that, you will not be frying this tomato base, you'll be cooking it. So use your splatter guard, cover your mixture, and intermittently open and stir, okay? Remember that the quantity of the pepper mix you're cooking with will determine the quantity of oil you will use to fry. If you use very little oil, all you will be achieving is cooked tomatoes, not fried tomato pepper mix. Feel free to decant excess oil before you add your rice, but I repeat again, ensure that your pepper tomato base is fried very well with sufficient oil. You can see the oil is floating on top, so this tomato pepper base has fried very well. So at this time, I'm adding my spices. I didn't add the spice earlier than now. This is the best time to add. These are dry spices and it impacts easy into the pepper base. This is bay leaves. It wasn't shown initially when I showed the spices I was going to use to make this jollof rice. What is jollof rice without bay leaves? At this time, you know that the jollof base has fried very well. Don't allow your spices to get burnt, okay? So I'll cover the pot back with the splatter guard and allow the spices to fry together with the tomato pepper mix for 3 minutes. Most typical Nigerian jollof rice are made with parboiled rice, and that's what I'm using for this recipe, okay? So I didn't parboil this rice. All I did was to wash it up to 4 times, and I will show you when the water runs clear, okay? I've always achieved perfect jollof rice using this technique. You don't need to parboil. Wash very well if you're using parboiled rice, and you will achieve perfectly cooked jollof rice that does not stick together. I washed this rice 4 times, and this is what I mean by the water running clear. You can see how clean the water is. So I have achieved well-washed rice. The aroma here is everything, friend, because the spices, the tomato, the pepper, everything has fried in well and combined. After adding the rice, remember to fry the rice with the tomato base first. Fry for like 3 to 5 minutes until the rice has sufficiently absorbed the tomato pepper sauce, okay? Fry, fry, fry. Of course, you do this on low heat. The pot is not supposed to start experiencing any burn at this time. Fry, combine. You can see the color of the rice has changed. You can see every grain of rice is sufficiently coated with the jollof rice base. There is no whiteness, on the rice. So it's time to add our stock. This is well seasoned turkey stock that I'm using for this recipe. You can also use your chicken stock for this recipe, okay? If you don't know how to make real good stock, let me know in the comment section and I will upload a video on how to make the best of stock for your recipes. I have a couple of stock videos in this channel, so you could check them out. But for this particular recipe, if you need it, let me know in the comment section below and I will oblige you by uploading one. Thank you. Have a taste of what you have done so far and correct seasoning accordingly. You can see that the water is not too much. The water and the rice are almost on the same level. You don't need to drown your rice with water. Rice is supposed to be steam cooked, especially jollof rice. For you to get that perfect texture and all, it is by steaming this rice that you will get that perfect texture. So you can use foil, you can use parchment paper, or whatever medium you have to trap in heat in this rice. Cover the rice and bring your stove to low and allow the rice to steam cook. Ensure you press your foil down or whatever medium you're using to trap the heat, and also press down on the cover so that you seal up everywhere that is open. Also ensure that the lid you're using has no space for air to pass out of it. You need all the heat that will come out of this cooking trapped in to soften the rice. 10 minutes later, I opened the pot to see how the rice is cooking. You could leave yours covered for up to 15 minutes, but I open it after 10 minutes to, you will see the rice is like compacted, at the lower part of the pot. So you use your spatula or your wooden turner to loosen it up a little so that the heat distribution will be a lot easier for the rice to soften, okay? Like I said, intermittently, every 4 to 5 minutes, I open the rice, check, stir, cover again, and at this time, we are getting to the end of the cooking process of this tasty jollof rice. And I stir, do another salt and seasoning taste, and everything appears perfect. So I add these onions and fresh tomatoes with a little bit of the roasted garlic for garnish, okay? This will dissolve into the rice and it will absorb some of the taste that is already in the jollof rice. So mix it up very well. This is strictly optional. You mustn't also cut your onions as huge as I did mine, okay? My family is an onion loving family, so I like to cut it a bit huge so that by the time I finish stirring and combining it into the rice, a little crunch, just a little bit of crunch, can remain as I bite into any of the spoonfuls that has a bit of these onions. At this time, I add a little salt. This is the last salt I'm adding for the rice to, balance up the onion and the tomato that was just added. That has taken some of the salt that was already there. So this last one just balances up everything nicely. So I cover the rice for 5 minutes to enable the onions to, wilt, and then allow the tomatoes to, get into the rice. If you haven't subscribed up to this point, I urge you to join the family, okay? Subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you know when I upload a new video. It'd be nice to have you in this family, okay? Thank you. See how loose the grain of this rice turned out. It's not soggy, it is not sticking to each other. This is what you achieve when you steam cook your rice. I lie to you not, this rice smells amazing. It tastes equally amazing. It's a recipe to try, okay? I welcome you to use the tips I shared in making this rice and you will have a similar result like mine. Amazing smoky rice. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, share this video, okay? I want to also read your comments. Thanks again and again. God bless you till my next video. Bye bye.